So hello everyone, welcome to the Team Fit and Natural Team Spark call. Hi Lisa, eating your dinner. Today is September 23rd and tonight we are going to be talking about the pre-launch strategy for our teams for Hammer and Chisel, which will be coming out in December around Christmas time, which is always a great time for a big launch. So we are very excited about that, and we want to capitalize on that launch as much as possible by helping as many people as possible and reaching out to as many people as possible in the months leading up to that time. But before we really get into that too much, I'm just going to go over a few announcements. The first is that the free 7-day group, which we will be talking about tonight, starts on October 5th. We will be adding the people into the group on October 2nd. So although October 5th is the start date for the actual workouts, October 2nd is when they get added into the group and when like pre-group posts will start going up. The next important date to know is that October 5th, our team is running another 3-day refresh group. Laura Schiller and Lindsay Medvin are both celebrating the Jewish holiday right now, so they're not on the call, but the two of them will be running the group for both of our teams, for Team Fit and Natural and Team Spark. And 3-day refresh, you know, it's on sale for the rest of the month. If you still need to hit Success Club, this is a challenge pack that you definitely want to push right now because we have this upcoming group. And of course, it's just a really awesome way to help people out and get them excited about Shakeology and excited about making changes in their nutrition. So please make sure you're inviting to the October 5th group. Our next Coach Basics group, using the new format that we've been using this month, which has been going so well. It's so exciting to see everybody doing so many posts on Facebook and inviting so much as brand new coaches. Everyone's doing a great job. That next Coach Basics group will also start on October 5th, so that's a pretty big day for our teams. A heads up that, as some of you know, we have run the sneak peek into coaching groups in the past, and right now I'm working with some of the other leaders on the team to create something. We're temporarily kind of calling it like a backstage pass into coaching, but instead of being a 5-day event, it's going to be a 1-hour, one-night event, kind of like a Facebook event page where things are posted consistently throughout the hour, including raffles of Beachbody products, and then the group would be left open. So if we did this on a Wednesday night at like 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the group would be left open until Sunday. So it's not like we expect everyone to be able to catch all of the information in the hour, but it's an exciting way to reach people, because with the 5-day group, as much as I love the content of it and put a lot into that, it's just too long and we tend to lose people over the 5 days. So we're going to have this 1-hour group coming up. So definitely stay tuned for information about that and when you can start inviting to that. And the next thing is just a reminder that October 17th and 18th, depending on which Super Saturday you're going to or Super Sunday, that is an important weekend. Everybody should have located already the local event for them that they can get to. And as a reminder for anyone within driving distance of Tarrytown, New York, Jen and I will be there at the big Team Perseverance event. We're probably going to have at least 200 people, and Mark Briggs is going to be there, who's from the P90X cast, and he's a millionaire coach, and he's going to lead us in a live workout. And for the top 5 Success Club point earners from Team Perseverance, which includes all of us, in the month of September, you will be invited to join us for a private cocktail party with Mark Briggs on Saturday night, the night before the event. So Jen and I are really hoping that our teams represent at that cocktail party. We would love to have some drinks with you and Mark on that Saturday night. So those are our announcements. Does anyone have questions about announcements at all? Everyone is muted, but you can type into the chat box if you want. Okay, so moving on to inviting to the 7-day free group. I'm going to go through kind of the logistics of how to approach this all, and then Jen will go into the content of what we will actually be doing with people within the 7-day group. Lisa is asking, how do you find your local Beachbody chapter for October 17th? If you go in the Coach Online office, at the top menu, one of the choices is News and Training. Click News and Training, and then is it called like Events? Maybe it's like a fairly obvious next choice, and then you just put in your local area. And Lisa, I had tagged you on a bunch of things actually in the Team Fit and Natural page. You and Jen Clancy are in the same area for a Super Saturday, so you guys should connect on that. I think Jen has the info. Okay, so I am just gonna pull up my screen here to take you through some slides, so give me 1 second. Okay, sharing my screen. My cat is headbutting the computer. Let's see, present. Okay, so Jen and I will be sharing these slides in the in our team group, so don't feel like you have to write down everything. But these are some key dates which kind of explain our approach calendar-wise to the Hammer and Chisel pre-launch. October 5th, as I said, is the 7-day free group. Participants will be added in on October 2nd. October 19th will be our next 30-day challenge group. And of course, and I'll get into this, we hope that some people from the free group then join us in that 30-day challenge group. November 2nd will be a 7-day free group, which is why we really hope, and they're going to be the same each time. So that's why it's kind of important to get the strategy down now about how to invite and get people into the group, because you're going to be using it throughout the rest of the calendar year. Then November 16th is the next 30-day group. November 30th is then the third 7-day free group leading up to the launch. And then note the December challenge group date is not the third Monday of the month the way it usually is for our challenge groups because of Christmas and the holidays. This is a better date for us. So to get ready for Hammer and Chisel, some things that you want to do, you want to make sure that you are following Autumn Calabrese, the creator of 21 Day Fix and 21 Day Fix Extreme, on Facebook, and Sagi Kalev, who is the Body Beast trainer. He's someone that I'm guessing most of you don't follow. Hammer and Chisel now has its own Facebook page as well, and these are really great pages to follow because they're going to be posting really cool videos and images and things that you can, go ahead and share from there that will be great for this whole pre-launch strategy. In my event invite for Team Fit and Natural, I posted a document that had a ton of resources. If you haven't had a chance to look through it, please do. There's all kinds of resources for things that you can use for Facebook posting and social media throughout the next few months. I know Jen posted this last week in the Team Spark group, so you all have access to this document with a ton of resources. And then really the goal of our free group is to give people a taste of the support and accountability of our groups and what are, it gives a feel for the culture of our team, which could lead to them being eventual challengers. We're also showing that we're invested in people by doing something that's of value for them where they don't have to spend money. So showing that, our goal is still to reach as many people as possible and to help people. So it's definitely just a sign of goodwill. And also to give people a sample of Sagi and Autumn because they are the two trainers that are combining for this Hammer and Chisel program. And when people have an affinity for one of those trainers, it's going to make it more likely that they're going to want to jump in on Hammer and Chisel when it does come out. So samples of those trainers' programs will be part of the 7-day free group. Something else that we, sorry, I'm kind of getting sick. Something else that we want to encourage everybody to do is to either try the Body Beast program, the 21 Day Fix program, or 21 Day Fix Extreme, or do a hybrid of these programs in the next few months leading up to the release. And we want you to promote it on social media and be a hashtag user with this. And we want you to encourage your coaches and customers to do the same. I think there's a lot of people on our teams that have not ever tried Body Beast. And if they've tried it, maybe they've done one workout. The Body Beast program itself, as we mentioned on another call recently, is very inexpensive. It's definitely one worth picking up. And from what we hear from Dave, who is in the test group for Hammer and Chisel right now, this is a program that you definitely want to prepare for in advance. You want to be used to using weights. It is a program that is going to work us all really hard. So we want to prepare our bodies, and we want to prepare people via social media too. Let me look at the chat for a second. Sorry, this is the old chat popping up. I thought there was a new one. So also, when you're talking to your potential challengers for the next few months, you do want to keep in mind that getting them to do one of these programs would really be beneficial, because they'll probably also be hooked by the release of Hammer and Chisel later on. Okay, so how to invite. We want you to share posts on Facebook about this upcoming challenge, 7-day free group. And if you have a like page, this is the kind of post that you want to boost, like we talked about in last week's call. We went through that really thoroughly. If you missed that call, go back and watch it. The links are, on our team pages. Just spending, like I think it was this morning, I boosted my post on my like page, and I already have like 8 people that are interested, or that have submitted a form saying that they want to do the 7-day free group. So people do really jump at this kind of opportunity, so you want to promote it in every way possible. If you are an Emerald coach or higher and you have free Beachbody leads, you want to email all of your leads that same message that you'll be sharing on Facebook, and I will be going through potential messages with you. If you, whether you normally talk to your leads or not, this is the time when you really want to reach out to them. This is an awesome thing to offer them. You want to go back through your prospect list. For any past challenger who didn't become a coach, but you still feel like, maybe they would come back for something, invite them, and invite anyone who you ever invited to a challenge group and said no, especially people who said no because of money, because this doesn't cost any money. So you should invite them via private message. It's an awesome thing, and it also shows people that you haven't forgotten about them. We are not salespeople. We're here to help people. So just because people didn't have money to join you in a full challenge group, it doesn't mean you should stop offering them opportunity to help them reach their goal, because hopefully if you've reached out to them, you have their why and know why they had any curiosity about what we do to begin with. And then just like a challenge group, you want to invite a couple people every day to your free group. So for messaging options, I have a ton of potential messages that all need to be tweaked to fit this time of year, but this is an example of what I posted on my like page and on my personal page today. It says I'm launching a completely free 7-day fall fitness and nutrition group, and that's pretty much the title that you should stick to, free 7-day fall fitness and nutrition group. And our team's goal is to get as many people as possible involved and committed to change and progress by the time we start on Monday, October 5th. You get access to 20 full workout programs, including a sneak peek at an upcoming hot new program, a choice of a few different meal plans, the accountability and support of the inspiring coaches on Team Fit and Natural. Join us and, take the chance to make a change. You have nothing to lose. This all takes place online, so as long as you're in US or Canada, you can join us. And then the key with this is that you do want to get their email address, or you want to make sure that they register via your coach website, and I'm going to get to that shortly. But for those of you that do use like pages, what I would suggest is creating a Google form and if anybody doesn't know how to do that and wants to use that, even people who are only posting on their personal pages, I can go over it at the end of the call. But it's just a really easy way for people to put in their name and email address. And then just like, at least on Team Fit and Natural, this is how you all sign up for challenge groups, right? So it creates a spreadsheet for me, and I have all of that information right there. So then I email them the next steps on how to register for the group. So I can go over that later on. Here's another sample post. A new month starts tomorrow. This, you got to tweak some of the language. This is from another document, but how have your fitness goals been? I'm launching a completely free 7-day group. You get access to the 20 workouts. Let's do this. If you'd like to get involved, comment, let's do this below. So that's another way to collect people's info. After they comment on your message, then you can just private message them and go from there. Here's another kind of teaser post, serious question. I'm trying to make a decision. If I did a free, and I mean truly free, no strings attached, clean eating group, would you be interested? Here's another thing. And of course, like with all of these, you want to have an eye-catching image. So, some kind of fall image with the words related to 7-day free fall fitness group, or like a great picture of you exercising, or a sweaty pic of you, or, something like that. Or a great healthy fall meal. Those would all be awesome images to use. And again, we're going to share this document after, so you can just copy and paste for any of these different posts here. More options, more options, more options. So there is no shortage of ways that you can post about this. And again, remember, you can use the same thing in email. Now, the key thing is how to get people to sign up. So what they have to do to sign up is to go to your coach site. So remember, if you're new, your coach site is www.beachbodycoach.com/whatever your username is. So this is the one for my second business center. It's Sharice Nolson 2015. And then what they do is they click join, which is this area right here. After they click join, on the next page, you're going to see the option to upgrade to a premium membership. So they choose the option upgrade to a premium membership, and they submit their information. And this will give them the free 30 days of access to Beachbody on demand, which is where the workouts will be coming from for the program. And Jen will get into that more later. So does everyone understand this? Because this is key. We don't want anyone to start a group without having registered, because not only does this give them access to on demand, but anytime, even in the future, if we're running a different kind of free group, or if you buddy up with someone and run a free group yourself, you never ever want to let someone into a free group without having them sign up for the free membership. In the future, maybe they don't need access to on-demand for the kind of group that you run, but it's what puts them in your client list. It's what lists them as a customer in your coach online office. So if they ever choose to do anything with Beachbody after this, then they are already linked to you and they have you as their coach. So make sure that you do not skip this step. See, I think we just have some questions. Okay, looks like Jen took care of Kristen's thing. Are they submitting credit card info? Yes, because it's a 30 days free. Yes, so on the 31st day, they do get charged for a quarter, which is $39.95. So if people are very concerned about money, or if they are not interested in continuing, make sure that as a good coach that you remind them, put a thing in your phone, some kind of reminder that they do need to call to cancel, but they will not be charged until the 31st day. Sorry, I think we have another question. Okay, and yeah, Jen is saying, I give people the phone number to cancel if they are hesitant. That's a great thing to do up front too. Okay, so the next step to signing up and this is to have them do immediately, like not wait until October 1st, but immediately. Have them request to join our Facebook group where we will actually be hosting the 7-day free group. And I have created this group for our teams. So what they will do is when they'll do request to join, and it will show their membership as pending. And then on October 2nd, Jen and I will approve everyone into the group, and then they will become members of the group. But this is how you also connect with them on Facebook, and this is extremely key if you're reaching out beyond just your personal page, like for those of us that have like pages and you're dealing with strangers, or if you post this in your local group, like your local school group or something like that, and you may not know everybody or be connected with them on Facebook. This is really important. So this is the link right here. And yes, you can copy this later on when we post the slides, but I would write this down right now. And I made it a customized link so it's easy to remember. So it's facebook.com/groups/free 7-day fall fitness nutrition group. Okay, so that is the link that you want to make sure people do. And until they've done step 1 and step 2, they are not eligible to be in the group. Jen and I will each have a document in our, I'm just going to stop sharing there, in our team groups where you can put your name if you want to participate and how many participants you have also. So let's keep that updated. Mine is up in the group already, and I'm not sure if Jen has done it yet. So that's it. So at the end of the call, for anybody who is going to be using a like page or doing something that will involve reaching out to strangers, I can tell you the system that Jen and I are going to be using as far as how to do that Google form, and then exactly what messaging we're sending people to get them to sign up. And it's going to be a 3-email system of reaching out to people. So hang on at the end, but I don't want to give everybody that information and overwhelm people if the majority of people aren't doing that. So I'll let Jen unmute herself now and get into what exactly is going to be in the 7-day group.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. I was bringing up the document. Okay, so like what Cherie said is that we're going to add people on the Friday night, the second, right? It's the second, Cherise?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, I have my dates all jumbled up. So we're going to add them in on that day, and there's going to be 2 days of preparation before we actually kick off on Monday. So on Saturday, Saturday's just kind of going to be like give them an overhaul of what's going to be part of this group, what to expect, just so there's not any kind of great mystery. So each day is going to have a different theme, similar to how we have themes in our challenge groups. So Monday is going to be Motivational Monday. Tuesday, post a picture of your healthiest meal. Wednesday, what's your biggest struggle? Now, this is a really key piece of information for you to know. When you're posting about your struggling, and now the people you've invited are posting about their struggles. And let's just say they're struggling with menu planning. They're struggling with portion control. They're struggling with motivation, support, not having support, not being held accountable. This is key information because this is what we can provide for them, and this is how we can help them. So it's really critical that you pay attention to the people who you've invited, to their answers to that question on that day. Obviously, you will have been chatting with them as they sign up for the group, but that's going to be a really key day for you as a coach to really be tuned into your challengers. Thursday is just going to be really a check-in day. How are they feeling? Are they sore? How are they liking the workouts? Friday is a post a workout picture, so that will be the first sweaty selfie day. The weekend days don't have any themes, but we're going to keep it with meals and accountability. And then Sunday is basically a wrap-up day. So it just kind of brings it all together. So those are the themes of the week. Now, for Sunday, to prepare them, it teaches them how to use the meal planner option, which will be available to them through the Beachbody On Demand, which is a really important thing to take them step by step. I think that's an option that many people do not use. So I think it's great that the group is going to be teaching people about this feature of the Beachbody On Demand and teach them of the club membership rather, to teach them how to effectively use it. Hold on one second. Of course, my computer just froze and it's not letting me get past Sunday. But off of memory, I could tell you. On Monday, I will also introduce the schedule. There will be a schedule of workouts for Monday through Sunday. So each day, the group will be following the same workouts. And it's a variety of workouts. It's not just 21 Day Fix and Body Beast. It's a little bit of everything, which personally, I think that's a great idea. And Sharice and I were actually on a Zoom call planning this call tonight before, and we both agreed that, it's great for them to see a Tony Horton workout, for them to see a Shanti workout, for them to see an Autumn workout, to see a Sagi workout, because who knows who they're going to connect with. Yes, this is part of the big build-up for Hammer and Chisel, absolutely. And, that is going to be a big push, but there might be someone who does the Tony Horton workout and says, oh my God, I love this guy. Or connects with Sean T and does a T25 workout. It's like, that's my man. And that's fine, because different things work for different people. So I think the workout schedule that is coming with this group is going to really appeal to a wide variety of people. It addresses different body parts, and there's different kinds of workouts. Like there's a yoga and there's, cardio. And so there's a little mix of everything, which is really nice. My computer's still frozen. Sorry. I cannot get past this. I have been having internet issues. Sorry. Let me see if I can get it to unfreeze.
Do you want me to look at mine?
Could you? I'm getting like the spinning circle thing with the rainbow. It's not, I don't know what's going on here. Let's see.
Katie's asking, no equipment necessary. That's a good question. So what we've done in the past is, because some of them do involve equipment, especially the ones with Sagi, but what we've done in the past is had an alternative workout for people who do not have equipment at home for those specific days when the recommended workout is an equipment-focused workout. So it's going to be doable for everybody, for sure.
I'm going to get my phone. I'll be right back.
Okay. So I need to actually pull up that document. But basically, like each day is like upper, lower, a kind of like yoga or Pilates type day, and it rotates through the different body parts, like Jen was saying. And of course, if people do, this is going to be a suggested workout schedule, but of course, if people really have their heart set on trying one of the other ones, then they absolutely can. We're not going to stop people from that. Can you get that Facebook URL again? Yes, you can. It is www.facebook.com/groups/free 7-day fall fitness nutrition group. Facebook.com/groups/free 7-day fall fitness nutrition group.
Okay, Sharice, I'm good. Sorry, I've got my phone now.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, sorry about that, guys. Okay, so Monday we kick off the group with Motivational Monday, coaches included. Post your stories to your challenge is going to taste about why you became a coach. I definitely recommend motivational quotes, just like we do in the challenge group. And there's definitely posts, making them feel warm and welcome and inviting them to participate. Tuesday is really going to be about the meals. So we need everybody to be posting healthy meals. And as coaches, what would be really helpful is if everyone's posting not just one picture, but your breakfast, your lunch, your dinner, your snack. Like, let's fill up this group. We want this group to be chock full of pictures, chock full of motivation, and just really useful and productive. So if people are seeing, lots of different options, they might relate to, okay, I can eat that. I can do this. This looks like something that would fit in with what I like. So it's definitely important to have a high level of participation from the coaches, because when we participate, then the challengers want to participate. So, that definitely is something that's going to be awesome for us to do. There's going to be, it's also Transformation Tuesday, so we'll be posting some transformation pictures, which will be really good and inspiring for them to see, because I always love reading those stories and seeing those stories. And then we move on to Wednesday. And like I said, that's going to be a really important day because we're talking about struggles. So we want to know what everyone struggles with because let's face it, guys, we all struggle. We still all struggle. And these groups help us to deal with those struggles. And that's important to convey that message. And then really, you know, the rest of the group is just really the Thursday's just checking in, and Friday we're going to be posting the sweaty pics. And then that really, on Saturday, we're going to start private messaging them and checking in and beginning the invite process for your challenge group. And Teresa and I will work on an exit email that maybe, you know how we send one for the end of our 30-day challenge group? So we'll work on something standardized that you guys can all send to the participants. So that way it's easy for you guys to use. And then we'll invite them, and then the group will end on the Sunday. The way that the schedule is set up, and we did this very purposefully, is that there's enough time from the end of the free group to the beginning of our next challenge group that if they want to then sign on as a challenger or as a coach, they can. So there will be enough time. If it goes well for them and they say, hey, this is really for me, they can buy a challenge pack at the end of the group and sign on then for our next 30-day group, which would be fantastic. So that's really what the group is consisting of. Now I see there's a bunch of questions. Let me see. Oh, that's Sharice. Sorry, Sharice, you're just sharing information. Does anyone have questions about the format of the group, what's going to happen in the group? And if you have any questions, just raise your hand and we can unmute you. Everyone's good with the format of the group? Okay, good. Does this sound good? Like, do you think this is something, like, what are you guys thinking? Are we thinking this is going to be a good, positive group and people are going to be excited and pumped up? Nod, smile, please. There we go. I got Matt smiling. I see Matt.
Invited everyone.
All right. So I see Kristen. All right, good. We got some smiles. So I think it's going to be fun. You know, free groups are great because, like Sharice said, there are those people who give a money objection, and some people just don't have the money, and that's just a matter of, you know, how things are. But some people are just hesitant to commit, and they use the money objection sort of as I don't have money, but they really do. They're just really hesitant to really make that commitment because they're not sure if it's for them. This is a great opportunity for them to see what it's all about and truly decide if it's for them or not. So I think it's going to be great.
Does anyone want to see how to make a Google form to collect information? Yes?
Oh, I see a hand.
Okay. If anybody wants to sign off and is not interested in a Google form or is not interested in, you know, a more advanced procedure for how to communicate with them, sign off. Thank you for your time. But I'll go ahead and do that now. So let me just share my screen. Okay, share screen. All right. So you can see my Google Drive here. And just if you've never used Google Drive, just Google the words Google Drive and it will come up. You can see that I keep everything in God's name in my Google Drive. But you go to New, and then you select More, and it's Google Forms. And then you just call it, you know, whatever, like 7-day free group sign up. Hit OK. And then you can make it pretty by going to change theme. I guess I have to put in, hold on. You know what, but just, okay, I think I have to start typing first, but so there's two questions, two things that you want to get. And the first thing is just their first and last name. And then under the question type, you change it to text. And then you want to click that it's a required question to make sure that people actually put that information in. And then you hit done. And then you want to add a second item. So add item here. and you want to just put email address. And again, choose text and required question and done. And that's all you need here. So then you can change the theme. You know what? It's over on the side, kind of underneath where you guys are, but that saves it, you know, to look a little bit fancy. And then something that's key is that you want to go to view responses, which is obviously going to be an empty page because nobody's signed up for it yet. But then go to tools and notification rules. And if you don't do this, you're never going to realize when people actually sign up and fill out your form. So this is very important. So you go to tools and then notification rules. And then this is hooked up with your email address. And I select anytime a user submits a form. And then I also do email right away and then hit save. And so this is like for, you know, my Team Fit and Natural people, when you sign up for a challenge group, I immediately get a notification in my email, and then there's a link to the spreadsheet which will be filled out. So does anyone have questions about the Google form? Even if you're just using your personal page, it's just an easy way to keep everybody together, you know, rather than having to form your own list. It keeps a list together for you. And then also, like, some people just don't really use Facebook Messenger, so it's just really nice to have their actual email address too. Let me mute everybody again. Okay, I just muted everyone, so if you have a question, just type in the chat box. And then I can show you the messages and how I'm doing it. So I use a customer relationship management system called Automatic CEO, and you don't need that to do this. But what you want to do is send out an initial email, and I'm going to show you what I put in for my initial email. Give me 1 second to pull it up.
Therese, while you're doing that, I just wanted to answer 2 of the questions that were in the chat box.
Okay, sure.
So Lisa Mar, you asked, is the link in the toolbar so we just share that? Yeah, after you create your Google form at the bottom, you can create a short URL and you copy that, and that's what you can use. That's how I make the forms to have you guys sign up for our challenge groups every month. So it's great. They can sign up for it. They can use it on their phone. They can use it on an iPad. They don't have to be at a computer. It's really easy.
Sorry, let me show that, Jen, because that actually is not like the most intuitive thing in the world. Sorry, Lisa, thank you for bringing it up. So after this is done, see up here where my mouse is, where it says send form, you click send form, and then it gives you the link, but you can actually just click this box that says short URL, and then it gives you a shortened URL, and then you just Control-C, copy it, and then that's the link that you'll use and give to everybody. So that's how you get to it. So it's through the send form, link to share, and then short URL.
And then Peggy asked, then you link this to your Facebook page. You don't actually link it. The way I use it is I would put it in the message. So in whatever Facebook post I'm using about the free group, I would say something like, you know, if you're interested in finding out more information, please click on this link and enter your contact information, and I'll reach out to you and give you more info, things like that.
Okay. I'm about to share my screen again. So here it is. Okay, so this is the preview message. So after I collect the person's email, this is what I'm sending to them. Hi, so-and-so, it fills in their name. With fall upon us and kids back in school, it's time to get back into a routine. So I'm thrilled that you are joining my 7-day fall fitness and nutrition group. Being a super busy mom's 2 little ones, finding time to exercise and get to the gym is a challenge, but being able to work out from home with my husband has been an absolute game changer for us both. And then this is just kind of, copying what we originally said in our original promotion. In our group, you will get access to 20 free full workout programs, including a sneak peek of a brand new program that hasn't even been released. This new program is going to be incredible. It's called The Masters Hammer and Chisel, made by the creators of 21 Day Fix, Autumn Calabrese, and Body Beast Suggy Kleb. This group will be a no-brainer. I will be providing you with a shopping list, meal plan, and tips. You'll bring the excitement and energy. Together, we'll get results. Here's how to join. And this is that two-step process that they have to do. So this is how they're getting the information from me. Important. Go to, and that's the shortened link for my coach website. So you guys, you can just use your coach website. I just like to make the shortened links, but this is go to www.beachbodycoach.com/whatever your username is, and click on join, select yes, upgrade to premium membership, so you get access to the free workouts online. This will add you to my client list. And then step 2, next go to, and there's that Facebook group, there's the link that I told you about, and request to join. That's it. On Friday, October 2nd, once I verify that you are on my client list, you'll be approved into the group. I'll be adding the meal plan, shopping list, tips to prep, etc., all the way up until we start. What an awesome way to kick off the fall season. So that's that. So that gets sent out as soon as I collect their email address. Let me check chat. Matt, I'm gonna be posting the slides, what we've been doing, what the team calls, in that document in our team page where I put the recording of the team call. I'm also putting the link to the slides, so you will have that in our team call document. So this will be in there. And then 2 days later, this will be sent out. And this is just because there's going to be so many people. Like, I'm not going to be able to because I'm going to be getting a lot of people from my like page, I'm not going to be able to keep track of who actually signed up. So this takes the burden off of me with that. So again, I reach out and say the fall fitness group is filling up fast. The response has been incredible. So many people are ready to make a change this fall. If you haven't had a chance to register yet, this is your reminder, because there is a really good chance that people will ignore the first time that you send them the information, just like with anything, like you do need to remind people. So you guys should not be afraid to reach out and remind people regardless of how you're going about this process. So once again, I give them the 2-step process, and that's it. So you do have to, this is no matter what, these people are getting the second message as a reminder, which is, I don't feel like it's a big deal to send them the second message, even if they did sign up right away. So if you're not going to be using that approach, you do want to stay on it and make sure people sign up, because they cannot do the group if they didn't sign up on your coach website. Do we have access to the meal plans and shopping lists through you online group, or create them? So there's going to be stuff preloaded into the group, information preloaded into the group. So you'll see it in the early days before the actual group starts. And also they are going to be using the meal planner tool through the Beachbody website, which we will be showing them how to use so they can customize it for themselves. Are you sending these messages in bulk? Any tips on blasting out group emails so I'm not typing individual addresses and messages? Yeah, well, this system that Jen and I have, it does send things automatically. So once I put the contact information into the system and enroll them, then they will automatically get that first email and then the second one 2 days later. But what I would do is just have this information copied and pasted into a Google Doc or into the notes section of your phone, so you can just copy and paste. And you know what, I mean, you don't even have to stay on top of tracking them either. Just have it in your mind that, a few days later, you're going to send out a reminder to everybody who's on your list. And Kristen, as you know, I'm a big fan of Google Docs. We've talked about that before. So it'll be on your phone. It's something you can do while you're at work. So as long as you're tracking and as long as you have the message in there to copy and paste, it should be a minimal amount of work.
Another way you can do that, since I know you have a like page and many of us also here have like pages, what I did I mean, yes, I'm going to be using the system that Sharice and I have because we have that's a paid service, and I understand that can be, cost prohibitive sometimes. But if you want to create an event on your like page, and then the people are RSVPing that way, you can also post this information as a post there, and then tag the people who have RSVP'd yes, or tag them in a comment. That's another way you can share the information, because I see what you're saying. Like if you have 15 people coming, sending 15 emails can be cumbersome. So doing it through the like page event might be a good way to do it. And then if we're all having events, let's not all RSVP to each other's, if you have an event that works for you, and if you have a like page, you should definitely be promoting this on your like page. That's key. You need to promote this. This is a great opportunity for you to get out there, and a like page, you have a whole new audience. So you have people that you're not friends with, people that you've never met, might be from across the country, that you can really connect with, and this is a free opportunity, so they might be willing to give it a try. So definitely promote it.
Any other questions?
Kristen, you can unmute yourself if you don't want to type it.
Sorry, I have some people from other countries. This is only for the U.S. and Canada, right?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
I just wanted to
Shakeology can only be shipped. The Beachbody on Demand can be used in other countries, but for the purpose of challenge packs, that can only be Shakeology, and actual materials can only be shipped to the United States and Canada at this time.
So at one point you think they might go
launch and promote our like page. Who knows? Who knows? You never know. Beachbody is growing.
Yeah.
You never know. Or military base. I know. I wish they would send to military bases, Matt. I definitely agree with you on that one.
They do send to military bases, Jen.
Oh, they do? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you said
anywhere in the world.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome.
And also, for anyone who doesn't know, for anybody who's in the military or a spouse of an active or veteran military person, you do get to be a coach for free. There's no business fee or a sign-up fee. So if you ever know anyone in the military, it's kind of like a no-brainer for them to become a coach, because they don't even have to pay the $15.95 a month fee. And regardless of where they are, if they're at a military base, it can be shipped there, whatever the product may be. Lisa, you're asking if we can give you feedback on your like page before you launch it. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Just send me the link and invite me to like it, and we can go over it. Anything else? Okay, guys. Well, thank you for spending so much time. And this strategy, no matter what it brings the first time around, we are going to be doing this 3 times this fall. So it's worth getting down and, tweaking and playing around with and seeing how it works for you. And regardless of what comes out of it challenger-wise, it's just a really nice thing to offer people. So it's a great way to help people and introduce them. And of course, they're going to be on your customer list in your Coach Online office, which gives you a way to stay in touch with them. And even if it's next year and they decide to buy Shakeology or something, that's going to come through you, because they will be linked with you as their coach. So this is a win-win all around. So I will convert this, as always, to a recording and share the link later. And also I'll share the link to the slides, and I'll include, Matt, the messaging that I'm using in ACEO in there too, so you can copy and paste and tweak. All right, so thank you, everybody, and we will talk to you soon. Good night.